Happy friends, welcome back. Virginia here with a new project for the design team of Bramble Fox to share with you. Today I'm going to use these marvelous perspectives included in the February Fox box to create a layout. And in particular, I know that I want to use these two frames and also some of these other elements, these hearts and XOXO. Here are two photos that I have printed in the exact size to fit in the frames. And so I'm going to glue the frames to the photos with liquid multi-use glue. But first, of course, I'm going to remove the protective films from the top of the two frames. This is very important, don't forget to do it, because these protective films allow you to preserve your frames so they don't get scratched, but you need to remove them in order to reveal the shiny surface. And then I'm also taking off the backing the acrylic pieces come with, so that I can glue them down to the picture. You saw me using a brush because sometimes when you remove the film you will see a little bit of dust, so it's a good practice to clean up a little bit your pieces. And now, as you can see, I'm proceeding to touch the frames directly on top of my pictures and removing a little bit of excess of glue. I really love frames in general because I think that they are very cute elements, but I have to say that I love these acrylic pieces because of their dimension and because of the different look they add to your project. Now I have pulled out a beautiful collection by Altenew called Live Your Dream, and I chose a couple of pattern paper sheets that I might want to use to this project, and also a piece of white cardstock which is going to be my background. I particularly love this floral paper, and my idea is to cut two large triangles of it and attach them on two opposite corners of the background, leaving some white space in the middle where I'm going to place my photos. But instead of cutting the diagonal edge straight, I fussy cut around the flowers and leaves, as you can see that I did with the first big piece. And now I'm going to do the same with a smaller piece, a triangle that is going to be placed on the top right corner. This is how I want to place the pattern paper on my background, and I'm thinking of situating the photos on and around the main diagonal of my layout, one next to the other as they are at the moment. And now I'm going through the embellishments from the same collection to choose pieces that I like and that can fit this project. I have die-cut shapes, clipboards and clear stickers. I particularly like the hearts in this collection. I have both in die cuts and clipboards, and I think that match very well my acrylic pieces and allow me to bring in color to the white space between the two pieces of pattern paper. Now I'm trying also different elements, but in the end I will be using only the hearts and some of the words. I'm also going to use a bunch of acrylic hearts, as you will see soon, in white, red and dark pink. I have to say that I find very useful having a stash of basic elements such as hearts and stars, and you can find them in different colors on the Bramble Fox online store. So out of camera I played a little bit with the elements, and I chose the way I wanted them to sit on my background. But first I want to add a little bit of mixed media behind and around the photos and the other elements to create a cohesion between them. I do so because if I leave the background as is, it looks to me like the frames, hearts and words are flying around, while I want to anchor them somehow, and the paint, the ink that I'm adding to the background helps me do so. So I took everything off, and I said, and I smudged some ink on the background. I mixed a red distress oxide, this is the beautiful candied apple, and a pink magic ink by Landy's Stamp Gang to create a reddish pink. I mixed them with water on a piece of plastic, and then I smudged the color down onto the white cardstock. Now I'm going to add also some blue. This is again a magic ink by Landy's Stamp Gang, and I'm using the same technique to apply the paint to the background. And I'm also going to add a little bit of splatters. I could have used some gesso on my background, but I was too lazy to do it. Anyway, I'm not adding too much water to my mixture of ink, and this will help reduce the warping of the paper. Now I'm putting back the elements to see if I like how it looks like, and I noticed that there is too much white space between the pattern paper on the left corner and the frames, so out of camera I extended the pink and blue splatters or colored area to cover this part. And now I'm going on and gluing down the pattern paper. I'm using both double face tape and white glue. After adhering the pattern paper to my background, I can cut out the excess pieces that are sticking out of the border. Now it's time to attach my elements. I'm checking again, I'm putting them back and check how I want them. And first of all, I'm going to stick the photos, and I want to have a unique piece to move around. So first of all, I'm going to attach the two frames one next to the other with a piece of washi tape. And then I will glue the two big hearts, which are die cuts, to their back with some glue. Now that I have this big whole piece, I can move it around and glue it down with some adhesive foam. I normally do not use a big large piece of foam because it tends to create tension and warp the paper or the photo, so I prefer to cut the foam in smaller pieces. This gives me a flatter profile, and so now I'm attaching it down using some white glue. Now it's time to attach the other elements. I'm starting with this piece of chipboard which says memories. By the way, the title is going to be Love Memories. Both the heart with love and memories are chipboard elements. Then I'm going to attach the other hearts and die cuts, and of course my acrylic hearts. For the acrylic hearts I'm going to use a multi-use glue, which is supposed to attach any material to any material. By the way, even though the chipboards have adhesive on their back, I'm using anyway some glue because with the mixed media on the background, the glue tends not to stick very well to the background, so it's better to add a little bit extra adhesive. At this point I really like how it turned out, but I feel that the left corner is a little bare. So I decided to add some labels, which will serve as journaling spot, and also more acrylic pieces. In particular, I love this beautiful red XOXO, and I'm also adding a couple of extra hearts. So I'm going to glue these embellishments down, and then out of camera I'll write my journal, as you will see in the pictures at the end of the video. So this is going to be the final touch to my project. I have a lot of fun playing with these pieces. I really love the Bramble Fox box, and I hope that you will like it too. If you like this video, please give it a thumb up and consider subscribing to the channel if you are not yet a subscriber. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!